What's going on? I just had something on my mind like for the last day or so. I was gonna do a video yesterday, but I did not fill up to it. I got a little time. Um, I'm gonna be talking about today, basically the topic is why I stopped paying attention to subprime women. So the thing is that you know I don't really get a lot of you know views. I noticed I got a lot of subscribers, but I admit I don't get the views. A lot of black male YouTubers, they don't really get a lot of views and subs because it's just the whole race and culture thing is a pretty big deal. But the thing about it is, one thing that I do notice, one thing that I do respect is I'm literally my little small channel, which is not very small. I'm making a big impact. The reason I'm making a big impact is because people actually that I watch, respectively, other people, sneak watch my channel, and then they actually get some knowledge, some light, and then they go to their daily going comings and goings, and they go to their channel and they shed the same light that I have. So it's kind of like I mentioned a while back about the importance of a scout. Like people think of like a baseball scout or NBA scout, right? A lot of people don't even know. A lot of times, like what even a scout is, right? People that just generally just watch sports, they don't really pay attention. Nobody could tell me, like I don't know who the scout is for the Toronto Raptors, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like people before Save the Last Dance, they didn't know who Jerry Krause was before Save the Last Dance documentary. But I'll tell you, in sports as well as even war, the scout is very much a small, mostly unnotable person, right? But makes a huge impact. So I look at myself as like a scout. Okay, I'm not really known as far as like, I mean, I'm not no big person. I can still go to work and nobody knows what I'm doing outside of work, which is great because one of my things is that um, I don't want to go viral and then everybody knows who I am, and then I'm not rich because that goes into the situation where you might get fired from your job, you know, might lose business interests or contracts, and it's like, damn, I ain't even making any money off of this shit. So I really, in a lot of regards, I don't want to go big or whatever like that because if I don't have the money to associate with that, I really don't want no parts of that, because pretty much I've said it before. I'd rather have the fortune. You could pretty much keep the fame. But my subprime and prime pretty much lexicon is something that I pretty much created last year. Okay. Now, I mean, people call, you know, when they come to relationships and dating and mating, people have different concepts for different types of women and stuff like that. I mean, this is just something that I created with my own lexicon, but it's something that is very very valuable. And the reason why I think it's so valuable is because it's kind of like putting people in a box. It's holding it's holding women accountable as well as men accountable to try to do better and try to change, and also to basically put the cat out of the bag. Like I know what's going on. I know who you are. I know pretty much where you stand. You might think you're fooling somebody else. I mean, but you're not fooling me, type of thing. So, very much so. There's, subprime people. There's subprime men. There's subprime women, and as well as prime men and prime women. And the video states, I stopped paying attention to subprime women, and I started actually kind of doing that last year when a light bulb in my head went off in my head, and I noticed, a lot of different types of women that you might look at as appealing is not appealing to me anymore. The woman that's very argumentative, the woman that you know um, wants the hot girl summer it up and then come to you. All of that type of stuff. Even being to the point where of being non-competitive. I have to say a lot of the times when I wanted to just, you know, be competitive and have, all this, free sex or whatever, or have this sexual competition. I mean, a lot of times I struck out. I have to say, in hindsight, a lot of what I noticed was, some of the guys that kind of like really zeroed in on the woman that they wanted, and they waited till that moment where that woman arrived, and they zeroed in on that woman, and they didn't let off the gas. I find that to be respectable. A lot of times, I didn't wait. So the thing about it is, it's a quality situation, not quantity. You know, but one of the reasons why I did this video is because I wanted to do this video was basically to just kind of remind you as well as myself that a lot of what I noticed is a lot of guys, they deal with these women. They deal with these subprime women, and one of the reasons I think that a lot of guys deal with subprime women is, one, because they're subprime themselves. Okay, I'll make a list to just kind of keep track of things. Um, I'll say that the reason I'll say one of the reasons is men deal with subprime women, because you got to think, why would somebody deal with the woman that is willing to key his car, break his all his windows. I'm gonna play a few videos that just happened this week, might even within the last 24 hours, of guys dealing with subprime women. Because the reason, I would say the top reason, is because they are subprime. And if this offends people, I hate to say it, it is offensive to a certain degree, because the truth kind of hurts. It's like if when I talk about people being broke, it hurts if you actually are broke, right? The way you could deal with the hurt is you could take steps toward in the future not being broke. Well, this is the same thing with the subprime. So the thing is that I find a lot of guys, they deal with these subprime women, is because this is what they choose naturally. This is, who they grew up around, or you even have guys that they make millionaire status. They become wealthy. Well, not let's just not say wealthy. They say they let's just say rich. They get a record deal. They go to the NBA. What's going on, Soul Shader? They go to whatever NFL, and then you think, damn. I mean, you got $1 million. You got a $50 million signing bonus, and then you still get a subprime woman. You get some chick, that pretty much she was just at the club just that night because her girlfriend gave her a phone call and said it's some hot dudes up here with a whole bunch of money, and you was just that dude. You was one of the dudes that one of the ballers at the club just that night, you know. And the thing is that even guys that actually have, because that's what the thing about prime, a prime man, obviously prime does not necessarily have anything to do with money, because it's like, okay, if you got guys like I say that they'll actually have access to money, and then they'll still choose subprime women. Okay, I'll be right back. I am gonna take a little short intermission. I'll be right back. So yeah, I mean, pretty much it. You would think, like I say, you have somebody that they worked their way up, and they were you know a struggling actor, struggling uh, college player, basketball, NFL. Then they get to the level where they sign a multi-million-dollar contract. They start, actually winning in life or whatever they're doing, and they'll still get a subprime woman. And it's not just. This is not just. I'm not just talking about black people. As far as like the women that they choose or whatever. Like for example, I just couldn't help but think of, when I was thinking about this, Tiger Woods. I mean, Tiger Woods, all of the money that he had, and he chose basically a maid, right, for a wife. That ultimately he felt as if because he cheated on her, a maid, right, that was deserving of putting golf clubs upside his head. I mean, just think about that. Just stop and really think about, okay, how a woman that was like lowly in life, she gets picked up by a uber ultra rich mega millionaire that's one of the greatest golfers that ever walked the face of the earth. She was just a maid, and he got caught cheating, and she goes upside his head with golf clubs. I mean, the thing about it is, it's like it goes to the question of, why would you even choose someone that is pretty much like that? And when you have the access to all aspects of different types of women, You have the money, you have everything, but you still choose wrong. I mean, I just it just befuddles the mind. I mean, I just can't say it even more. It just weird, very very weird. But it goes to the question. It's like, you know, mating is something that, I've heard in many circles that the black man is the garbage, pretty much, collector of the dating world, the dating and mating world. It just choose anything. Well, there's so many examples to show that unfortunately, um, it's a hard, thing to argue. So the thing is that very much so, the reason why, men deal with these subprime women is because they are subprime. Now, I got I'll play a couple videos of what happened. Just this is just today, okay? And basically, um, this this is just some stuff you probably heard already. If you didn't hear it, I'll just inform you of such. So let me actually get this going. All right. Okay. So let me go to this video here. All right. So this guy here, he's basically, hood, hood guy, got a decent car, probably got a decent job, or he's making a little money, and his girlfriend just allegedly thought he was with someone else other than her, and he was just with one of his homies, and this is what she did to his car. I mean, I can't make this up, man. Like, um, yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, a lot of times guys don't understand the value that they have, or what they bring to the table. But the thing is that, yeah, this guy, he pretty much, I don't know what happened with this situation. I don't know where it happened, but she shot up his entire car because she thought that, he was cheating on her. And here's another thing. This is gonna flow. Yeah, because BM, black men are taught that they are no valuable, develop low self-esteem, and don't believe they deserve better since they was born black. Yeah, that is, man, man.
Message.
I mean, yeah, it is pretty much, you said it. You said it pretty much in, very very eloquently. I couldn't say it, any better than that. I mean, yeah, it's like a certain level of low self esteem that's involved with that. Like, you just choose any woman that, you know just because she likes you, and she cracks at your jokes. And then here's another thing. This is pretty much, this goes into another thing that I pretty much see. Two, you guys sign up for monogamy. I mean, and knowing that you don't even want to be in monogamy. Because basically, here's the deal: you signed up for monogamy because that's how you able to. That's your game. You know that literally is your game. You can't get no woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get no woman like the like straight up way of just basically telling her, hey, this is what it is. This is what I want. You gotta lie to her to get with her. So you sign up for monogamy, and then basically, yeah, all the while you got a stable or you got other chicks, and then basically she she gets you. She finds your car. She basically puts air in the tires and all this other stuff. And then, you know what I'm saying, you just basically uh gotta file an insurance claim and call the police because your girlfriend that just messed up your car because in order to get the draws in the terms of Martin and Tommy, you had to lie to her and say you wanted to be her main boo thing to get the draws, to get the panties. You had to lie to her and say, I want you and only you, baby, to to get up with her, and then she catch you with somebody else, and then she literally you like I even think here's the deal. It's women that I know for a fact what they want to get in a relationship with the guy just so they can fuck his whole life up on some like he says he wants to be with just her, and then as soon as like basically it kind of goes into like I think it's women that they have some type of demon or something that if you cheat on them, they want to just unleash World War III on you. Like for example, the late Lisa Left Eye Lopez, she burned down her boyfriend Andre Rison's mansion basically because he was cheating on her. They both, I'm sure, did not grow up rich. He got rich, she got fame because he was out in the club with somebody else or whatever. She got reports. She burned his entire mansion down. Like guys like black men just get mansions, um, you know, like shoes. Like it's very difficult to get a mansion. I mean, obviously, but she just burns it down like it's nothing.
Message.
And tying back into Tiger Woods and his ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't even have to sign up for this shit. You got, people thinking Bill Gates a whole dweeb. I was yeah, I worked for Microsoft for like 2 days. But anyway, like he got a relationship or whatever that he even set up where he can get him a little side piece. And you know what? I ain't really say nothing about Bill, but Bill had a nice little light bright girlfriend. I gotta pull that up because I saw that chick. I was like, damn, Bill, goddamn it, is getting it on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of reminds me of the slave days where um the slave master get with a mulatto chick. you get with a little slave chick that's like because think about the whole colorism and everything like that in this country. The mulatto women or the light skinned women, they were prized, even going back to slavery. So the thing is that I bet that her you know his wife was kind of jealous with the arrangement. She dealt with it for a long time, but she got a little jealous about it. They tend to get jealous after a while, even with the arrangement, you know. But I don't see anything about Bill Gates' side piece or whatever. Uh, but I saw something about it was some black chick, but I don't know. I don't really I haven't confirmed that. But if anything, if you confirm what his side chick looked like, that caused him to get kind of like break up with his wife, put that in the comment section of this video. But yeah, I mean, even though Bill, a nerd dweeb geek, he got it arrangement where he got his little side chicks and shit, right? And you guys are quote unquote lying abroad to sleep with them. But us manosphere dudes don't got no game, ain't got nothing going on. We get nothing. We get no parts of the pussy. So yeah, we don't know nothing about women. We but yeah, I mean that's one of the other things that goes into the whole you know men dealing with these subprime women, and why I stopped thinking about them. I stopped worrying about them at all. I don't even hardly look their way. Uh, but you guys, man, y'all be going out having a good time with these subprime women and actually falling in love with these women and everything. But yeah, they hate y'all cars only if they in them, and they hate breaking up. I gotta I gotta put that as the third thing, man. I gotta, that's the third thing, bro. Gotta put that in. They don't like to break up. Subprime women do not like breakups because basically they ain't nobody in line trying to get with them outside of just having sex with them. Ain't nobody in line to get subprime women. And yeah, the basically subprime women, the other term for it was just without having two conjunction words and another word, a strag. Nobody's in line to, get with strags on a long term relationship too. So when they basically you break up with them, you better have all the insurance policies known to man. You better have all insurance policies because you probably gonna use all of them. Subprime women hate breakups, and this is why I stopped paying attention to subprime women. Now I'm talking about the subprime women that I do work with or I do deal with. Okay, but definitely this is why I don't. I just don't pay attention to these chicks. They hate breakups. So this is video two. Share my screen again. This happened yesterday. This is looks like somewhere in Philly. I don't know from the sounds of it, but yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, I subprime women also they also you know what they also love wearing pants for some reason. They're not feminine. They're not feminine. I ain't gonna put that as no as nothing, but I just had to point that out. Basically, I call women that are not feminine and wear pants basically he she's. The women that want to wear the pants in the house. Now I was wondering why he probably dealt with her. I can see I saw the little backside. You know, she packing a little bit. You know, from the backside of the game. But yeah, as you can see, she's about to rip off his license plate. You know, he said he don't want to deal with her no more. You know, they hate breakups because the reason why they hate breakups, like I said, is because you were the dude that basically actually were the boyfriend to them. They used to just basically getting pumped and dumped. So, you know, you actually was the dude that was, you know, pretty much the guy that she possibly was gonna get proposed to or whatever the case may be, you know, and then she ain't got no long line of dudes to basically take your place. She might have to go 2, 3, 4, 5 years before she get another boyfriend. And she trying to take off the man. That's $100 at the very least. Oh, she already got the window. Now you see another strag comes in. Now she's damaging his property. His shirt is ripped. She said, "I don't give a fuck. Whatever she's doing, her behavior is okay. You don't put your hands on her. You don't defend yourself. This is strag logic. Your mama, your daddy say don't let nobody put their hands on you if you had any mama or daddy worth a damn. She comes in. I don't give a fuck what you. She don't do anything basically. Just let her just damage your property, damage you. And then I was gonna say before the other, you know, the white woman strag came up in the scene. Basically, what she's doing is actually kind of minor to what other women do. Because you got violent strags. You got strags, man, that they'll set you up to get killed. They'll call the police and say you did something and then send you to jail. Man, trust and believe. This, I mean, it's a method to the madness. Trust and believe that. I'm gonna just play a little bit more of this video. If you want to see it, you know, it's on World Star. She said, "Leave her the fuck alone." I can't. You know what? This I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, but I mean, this logic, man, of a woman could basically just do whatever she wants to, damage your property, and you know, damage you. Is just this shit is crazy, and it kind of goes into even the narrative of, you know, just I don't care. She has a knife, and you know, just let her just cut everybody, like a filet mignon. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just let this uncontrollable beast just do whatever she wants to out in the public, and just let her be. Let her go. So yeah, I mean, I can't say it anymore. This is why I stopped paying attention to these subprime women. And I mean, a lot of guys. Here's another thing: a lot of guys, they want to actually be in relationships to the point where, this is one another thing that I noticed. Like, guys, I'm not gonna put it as a list, but guys are actually, because they want to brag that they have a relationship, or that the idea of them being by themselves, they'll just deal with a strag. They'll deal with a subprime woman, and put up with a bunch of shit because you know they they don't want to be the guy that doesn't have anybody else or got to look for somebody else. It's like this shit is crazy, man. When you really break all of this stuff down, but I mean, the women that I pretty much will take any grain of salt on is a woman that's trying to self improve and work on herself. She knows she's got bad credit. She knows she's got, you know, bad this or bad that. She's working on herself. I mean, I'll deal with those types of women, but the thing is that, I'm very much, I have very little tolerance. At my age and stuff I've already been through, I don't have that much tolerance when it comes to any women, and especially subprime women. And they don't know it, but yeah, I do not have that much tolerance, But this is just kind of like something that is a reason why I do not really check for these chicks, man. You be like all googly eyes, all on Instagram, liking this photo, liking that photo, uh, you know, trying to, sign up for this OnlyFans and all this stuff. Man, I don't pay attention to these chicks, man. I don't know who. I mean, I get it, you know, I get it, but yeah, it's goofy as hell. This shit is goofy as hell. Like these dudes, man, they actually, because it needs to be the first person to say that you ain't getting no pussy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, excuse me,
You big dummy.
it's some pussy you don't want, sir, ma'am. It's definitely pussy out there that you do not want. You got women. Okay, last time I checked, the CDC, you got all of these STDs that are out there. Okay, that's one thing that. So this is it. Kind of goes into a video. I didn't write it on my list, but it was something that I was thinking about, and it's called the dark side of game. The dark side of game is all of the, most people when they're trying to sell a product, they're selling a product on the niceties of the product, right? But it's a dark side to everything. It's a dark side to being out here sleeping with all these women, STDs. I like my dick not having all of the flavors of the month on them and shit like that. I don't. I'd rather have a fucking baby than a fucking STD. Honest. I literally like. I would rather have a fucking baby than an STD, and it's especially you got STDs that are quote unquote incurable. Okay. Um, and the thing is that's one of them, STDs. And then you're at risk of getting a woman pregnant and you having to deal with her and deal with all the bad shit that she has, behaviors and shit like that for a good fucking almost 20 years, if not longer. I mean, that is another thing that when it comes to the whole, pussy competition shit, you just basically this tool of my lexicon of subprime and prime is a toolkit that you use to screen women, to not choose these women, to avoid these fucking problems. So you don't be no motherfucker on YouTube at 40 or 50 years old talking about I got this baby mama, I got these kids by these baby mamas and all this other shit because some broke ass nigga, that hardly get any pussy done gave you some game. You know what I'm saying? Because see, here's the thing about this. You can't say that I'm bashing women or bashing anybody and I'm getting paid off of this shit. Like I don't get paid off of this fucking channel. Okay. I get little fucking crumbs of compensation from my fucking YouTube channel at this point. So I don't do this shit for no fucking fun or money or anything like that. This is just like educational purposes as well as just, trying to help people out. But the thing is that by no means you you one of the things about the older guys coming up, they gonna, if they're honest, they're gonna tell you, where the landmines are. Now, if you choose to stand and walk on them and blow your leg off, that's on you. But I'll definitely tell you this subprime and prime category is something that will help you screen women. You know what I'm saying? Because thing about it is definitely women are definitely gonna screen you. So the thing is that when you really think about it, you got options out here, and um, the options are very limited. I'll have to admit, but there are still options out here. I would say get your passport. I'm definitely the world is a huge place. To confine yourself to just one country is just not. I do not recommend that. I definitely don't recommend that because it's definitely a big world that we live in. Um, I have to say from experience, um, women do not black, especially black women, they do not like the fact that you have other options, such as other black women from other countries.
The shit's chess, it ain't checkers.
This is all I have. This is just a short caveat for you to get out, for you to walk outside and actually look at this world a little bit different, and pretty much screen and choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like these guys, man. They get a whole bunch of money and then they still choosing strags. And the thing about it is, they haven't worked on themselves. So that's another thing. Work on your, constantly work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Self improve. And yeah, it'll show in your choices. You know what I'm saying? So this is pretty much all I have. And
Message.